The Sunrise Interview is sponsored by Elk Valley Casino, Crescent City.
Welcome back. Now, the Rogue Valley Symphony's Masterworks series always brings something different to the table. Next weekend's Masterworks II features some familiar tunes, as well as a brand new work that's a product of a brand new program for the symphony. Joining us this morning is music director Martin Maikut. Good morning, Martin.
Oh, good morning to you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Now, Martin, for those that are unfamiliar with the organization, what can you tell me about the symphony?
Rogue Valley Symphony plays in 3 communities around Rogue Valley, Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. We play classical music, we play classical pops, and we have a very extensive educational program serving many thousands of children around the valley. This has been my it's my 15th year with the orchestra, and I'm very proud to say that we have grown. We're 3 times as big of an organization as when I arrived.
Congratulations for your 15th year and for the growth that you've seen. That's really exciting. And this is the first time you'll be directing an organ as part of the symphony. How is that different from directing other types of instruments?
Well, the challenge with the organ is you think that the sound comes from in front of you from those pipes, but the organ console is actually on the side, and the player will be almost in a hallway because it's a very big orchestra. So the challenge will be to keep everything together with a pretty substantial distance between me and the organ player, the console.
Sounds challenging. Lots of multitasking you have to do in your head.
It's fun.
Now, for Masterworks II, fans of the movie Babe are going to hear something familiar. What can you tell me about that?
Oh, it's the organ symphony by the French composer Saint-Saëns. It's only one of the greatest pieces of music ever written. It's a romantic symphony. It's just an incredible architecture. And the reason you don't hear it very often is that you need 2 things. You need the symphony orchestra and an organ in the concert hall. And so these 2 things don't often come together. So this is truly a unique opportunity. We have an organ at the Southern Oregon University, and we're taking advantage of it and bringing this absolutely phenomenal piece of art to life here.
It's really exciting and challenging, it seems like, as well. But it seems like it'll be a really amazing experience for those in the audience.
Absolutely. The composer just poured his heart into it, and when he was done with the symphony, he said, "I can never replicate anything like this anymore." And he didn't write another symphony after this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how does a composer in residence program work for those that don't know? And what can people expect to hear from David Ludwig's new piece?
So David Ludwig is a good friend of mine. He teaches at the Juilliard Conservatory in New York, and we started talking about this residency. I wanted to put Rogue Valley on the map and its classical scene, and I also wanted to have a dialogue with the big cultural center. And so David has been here throughout last year, and we played some of his music, and he's been going around and visiting students and local composers, and this is the culmination of his residency. He wrote a piece for us. It's called Rogue River Run, and it's sort of the title says it all. It starts with the water sprays, and then you have a raft going down a river. There's some rapids, then there's a moonlight scene, and then it ends very majestically. He really fell in love with the natural beauty of Rogue Valley, and this piece encapsulates that love.
Wow, what an experience of almost like a visual component to it.
Yes, it's very impressionistic. It's almost like seeing an impressionistic painting. It's a beautiful piece of music.
Beautiful.
And he's also mischievous. So there's for example, he's asking my horn and trumpet players to play thunder drums. So they're not used to that, but they're going to be making some interesting sounds. And the percussionists will be sort of stereophonically on stage, left and right. So you'll have certain effects coming from both sides.
That's very cool. Last question, what does it mean, rather, to the symphony to have a pianist like Vijay Venkatesh on board?
So we bring absolutely world-class soloists here. And Vijay was here in 2022, and we were at the mercy of COVID numbers. They spiked, and we had to play without the audience. And I regretted it ever since. I wanted to bring him back because people need to hear him. He's a fantastic, elegant virtuoso. It's going to be an unforgettable performance.
Well, Martin, thank you so much for joining us here on Sunrise.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Now, as Martin said, the Rogue Valley Symphony presents Masterworks II under the direction of our guest, Martin Maikut, next weekend, Friday, October 18th through Sunday, October 20th. The hour-and-a-half show will feature familiar tunes as well as some things you've never heard before. Tickets range from $28 to $78 or $10 for students. For more information and to reserve your spot, visit rvsymphony.org. Once again, Martin, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We'll be right back.